Konnichiwa, watashi wa JeidoChannel.i desu. Shimasu, and welcome back to Royal Scandal. Today's video is actually a video that was re-released as a new version, kind of like some of the others that had like double videos because like they're made like almost a decade later. And I think Revolver, which is what we're going to be watching today, is what the original came out 10 years ago. So we're going to be watching the new version. I probably won't put the whole video in here because this video is only going to be like not that long because there's only one video, we've already watched it. So I'm probably going to have to chop it up because I don't want to get copyrighted for a video that we've already technically seen. So but the main thing about it is I just really want to read the new story, because every time they come out with a new version of a video, they always have like a story that goes with it in the comments. So that's basically what I want to get to today because yeah, I'm excited. So let's see what the 9 version has to offer to us. I actually remember 9's voice because I think I've lately, like, I've heard like some songs lately, and they have a really great voice, and also a very unique like type of texture to their voice too. Honestly, I think this voice really matches Rosetta, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, it has like that almost like the way that 9 is singing has that like almost like spoiled like hint to their voice. So it kind of like, I don't know, it matches Rosetta for me. I don't know. I heard that some people said like when because the audio for this version actually came out before the video did, but I didn't listen to it. I wanted to wait to see if the video would come out, but I kind of feel like this matches Rosetta, although some people said it doesn't, but I feel like it matches really well. Kirai, kirai, kirai. I like the power in their voice. See, the thing, she has diamond earrings. She has earrings. But I feel like this has not been mentioned. It's literally a diamond shape, their earrings, and I feel like it has not been mentioned in all of these videos. Because we haven't really had them mention like, oh, diamond earrings and clover something. It's a clover something, I think. Or is it spade? No, it's clover. It's clover. She literally wears diamond earrings. I wonder if the story or anything will mention that. What always gets me is the way that Lewis looks right there, where he's like, Now remember, guys, this was like the second video, so it's not current. This is what happened before all before Rosetta kind of turned over her leaf or whatever. So, but I'm just saying that was really funny. Yeah, I think this voice really matches Rosetta. I don't know why people said it doesn't. It does to me. Oh, here's my favorite. Oh, wait, here's my favorite part. Here's my favorite part. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let me hear. Wow, she had some vengeance in that voice. Like, listen to that again. Just killed that bitch. With the gunshot in the background and everything. And like, she even has diamonds in her hair, like on the back of her clip or whatever. She's literally, her whole thing screams diamond, but it has not been mentioned as far as I know. It's never been mentioned. She literally wears diamond earrings. Like, are we not gonna like say anything about that? Are we not gonna like? No one. That's fine. Yeah, your bestie, Rosetta. You're a bestie. This was your bestie. Now, come on, see. I don't think I realized in the first version that Rosetta actually like hurt her leg saving Chelsea. Was that in the first version? It might have been. I didn't pay attention. I don't think I paid attention, but I don't remember her getting her leg getting hurt. Was that part in the last one? Or she's like reaching her hand out and then she like turns her head and starts crying. Boy Seven's just chilling over here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's just chilling over there like, oh man. Gotta put myself over there. So here's how long it is. Pretty good length. So let's see what this is about. Let me get myself, you know. Once upon a time, there was a pretty girl named Rosetta. Rosetta loved her mother. She would often sing along to her mother's violin because it made her mother happy. When her mother noticed her daughter's talent, she said, "Those who truly love music and are loved will one day be visited by the angel of music." So Rosetta dreamed of becoming a diva at Ball Masquerade where her mother worked. But her mother left with a man and never came back. But Rosetta never cried. She didn't want her mother to worry, so that she would be ready when she returned. She continued to dream of the day where she would become a diva, the day that the angel of music would visit her. When Rosetta turned 15, she worked as a waitress at Ball Masquerade. She had a beautiful and adorable appearance, a sweet voice with a slight quirk. Rosetta had all the talents to be loved by the angel of music. Then suddenly an opportunity came. Diva Lillian said that she would nominate a successor at the upcoming party. Only one person may become the Midnight Diva who decorates the finale of the play. But Lillian had promised her best friend, Rosetta's mother, that she would make Rosetta a diva someday. At last, her dream would come true. Rosetta had reserved her usual box, for her mother, and was looking forward to that moment. Lillian's party was full, except for the empty box 5. I'm not sure exactly what this means. I know, like, this is Google Translate. It's not gonna be like, It's not gonna be correct at all. I don't know what empty box or usual box 5 means, Google Translate, but thank you anyway. But Rosetta still believed she would be the one to be chosen and loved by the angel of music, but it was Chelsea. Alicia. However, the next diva is you, Alicia. The person who stood on the stage was Rosetta's former best friend, Alicia. Rosetta couldn't go on stage. Lillian broke her friend, her mother. What a terrible betrayal. It took me 3 betrayals to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But what you can't forgive most of all is Alicia, who stole her dream. She always gets ahead of everyone, even though she came later, and takes all the good parts. The heroine is always that girl. Rosetta hated Alicia for that. Rosetta called the men in her room and jumped into their arms. Hey, I have a favor to ask of you. Will you listen? The next day, Alicia's locker was ransacked and her clothes were ripped apart. Rosetta realized how to use the beauty that was given to her by heaven. If you invite a man and let them do something nice, he'll do anything for you. It was so simple. Rosetta hated the man who stole her mother. They were all so insignificant that she no longer even remembers their faces. Nevertheless, she seduced the man again and again until Alicia's heart was broken. Then she it again in the room that she was left alone. But no matter what she tried, Alicia's resolve did not waver. I made a promise too, Alicia said with a resolute attitude. So Rosetta decided to take away that promise. Rosetta called out to the store staff member in her usual cute voice. This man was Alicia's emotional support. Louis gave a reasonable response, so Rosetta pushed him down and touched him with her practiced hands. However, I don't want to believe it, but it was you after all. Louis pushed Rosetta away and walked off. Having been rejected by a man for the first time, Rosetta finally made up her mind. I'll get revenge. It was more like a curse than a promise. But even so, for Rosetta, it was an important meaning to her life. To make her mother's dream come true, even if it meant shooting and killing her former best friend. Rosetta is a truly beautiful flower. But even so, she will never be number 1. Not as long as an even more beautiful, even more perfect flower called Alicia is blooming next to her. Rosetta called all the men around her together and made a request in her usual cute voice. I want you to kill that girl at Alicia's debut performance. Even the men were taken aback by her sudden and cruel request. Just loosen the chain for the light. You can do that, right? No, that's a bit much. Please, I can't ask anyone but you guys. But, Rosetta, Alicia and I have been best friends since childhood. Just kill her, I told you! Rosetta yelled. Her voice is not cute at all. It was like a devil. Oh, it was like, just kill her, I told you. That was more like that? It was more like that? Okay. Cool. Then, enthusiasm cooled all at once, and they started to run away from the scene. To them, who were only intoxicated by Rosetta's superficial cuteness, it was a misinterpretation. The bullets that they had so desperately loaded into their guns were all fired. Rosetta had nothing left. But her mother is never coming back. Rosetta, now an adult, knew all about that. What was she trying so hard for? Rosetta no longer cared about living. At that moment, she heard a mysterious voice from the wall. I'll make your revenge come true. She looks at the wall, but there was no one there. But Rosetta immediately understood. At last, she disappeared. The long-awaited angel of music has arrived. The day of Alicia's debut performance, Rosetta's revenge was all arranged by the angel of music. The stage falls, unfortunately crushing her. It was the perfect plan. Rosetta rocked from the wings of the stage as she changed her name from Alicia to Chelsea and blossomed as a diva. Trembling at the tragedy that was about to begin, she bit her nails over and over again. I hate you. I hate men. I hate. But the thing I hate the most is my ugly self, who can't like anyone, Alicia bowed on stage and said in a gentle voice, "The last song is a song of memories with my dear friend. It was the song that Rosetta and Alicia promised each other to become divas. It was none other than Alicia who first gave Rosetta, who had been by her mother and was about to wither, some gentle water. Rosetta also really wanted to love Alicia, but Rosetta only knew how to be loved. She didn't know how to love other people." I see. It wasn't just the promise to Louis that Alicia was trying to keep. She was also trying to keep her to me. At that moment, a dull metallic sound echoed on the stage. A lightning pillar collapsed all at once. Screams rang out from over the venue. Alicia stood there. The moment the pillar roared, it was Rosetta who had fallen in Alicia's place. "Rosetta, your leg!" A piece of pillar had pierced Rosetta's beautiful left leg, tearing it to shreds. But even still, Rosetta didn't shed a single tear. Instead, she tried to stand up. "Don't worry, Mom. It doesn't hurt at all." Towards the empty box seat number 5. Oh, that's what they mean, like the box seat, like the reserved like seats for the. Okay, that's a much better translation than whatever that was up there. "Mom is watching, so I can't cry over something like this." Overwhelmed by her spirit, everyone held their breath. But it was her best friend Alicia who embraced her, as if to gently teach her how to love someone. Then a drop of emotion that Rosetta had been holding back burst from her eyes. It eventually broke the dam and spilled all at once. For the first time, Rosetta cried as a newborn, as if to wash away everything that had happened up to that point. While Rosetta was receiving treatment, the staff member who expected to be the culprit was being questioned. When he was questioned about his involvement, he readily admitted to the crime and said, "I have no accomplices. I am the only culprit." The one who spoke up was Seven, a technical staff member who had just come to the store. I think this does a very much better job explaining like Rosetta's thought process through this whole thing and to the end instead of like being confused about the original. I love how they add the stories to give the characters more depth at the end, like so that we can see more into like their thought process and how they're thinking about everything. That's what I really like about Royal Scandal, because I love that it gives us like extra insight to these characters, and the way that even though Rosetta knows that her mom is like no longer there, but she's still like, of course in the wrong way, wants to honor her mom's wishes. Even though I'm pretty sure her mom wouldn't want her to do it in this specific way, but still kind of like agonizing over the fact that her mom like left it all and her mom is no longer there, but still imagining her in her life to some extent. And also Alicia just being like a really good friend, like comforting Rosetta and always seeing them as friends, even though where they kind of like had that falling out, even though like she had no idea what was going on. But yeah, so that was the new version of Revolver. I wonder which one's next. I wonder if they're going to do another new version of a song, or I wonder if they're gonna like actually continue with like the actual story. I would like the new insight on the new videos, and I would also love for them to continue as well. I don't know. I just really like Royal Scandal as a series. It's very interesting. I love how they format their videos, and I love their art styles. So I'm just really excited. I know this video was short, but if you guys have anything else that you want me to react to, or anything else that you think I should check out just in general, and it doesn't even have to be a music project, just like anything that you think like might fit my brand or anything like that, then let me know. I would love to have some insight for what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, so that was the video. I know this is short, but it's gonna be like a weekend video, so we'll figure out how this is gonna work. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye.